This is a recording of the Learning Disability Action Plan Delivery Board minutes for Newham. The meeting took place on Friday, the 17th of November, 2023, between 10:30 a.m. and 12 p.m. There's a list of the people who attended the meeting and also apologies on the minutes that can be found on the website. Melissa from London Borough of Newham welcomed attendees and noted apologies. She said that the resident advisory group had elections for this year's co-chairs. Jade and Christopher will share the delivery board co-chair role. Nathan will be the resident advisory group co-chair. All the attendees introduce themselves. Helen Murphy, the chair at the last meeting, cancelled the last delivery board due to poor attendance. This meant that there were no minutes or actions to review. Nathan gave feedback from the Learning Disability Resident Advisory Group. At the last meeting, 10 residents attended the meeting. The theme for the meeting was being heard and valued. Residents said it was important to be treated with dignity and respect. People felt that leisure centers and clubs are respectful when there are disability-specific groups. There are places in the community where people felt discriminated. This included shops, restaurants, and public places. There was an example someone gave about stopping them from going to the Stratford Picture House. Action 1. Joseph said he would talk to the Stratford Picture House Cinema and offer disability awareness training. Joseph to update the group at the next meeting. Residents felt that providers, the police, the council, support workers, and even some social workers and advocates have a lack of respect and understanding. They felt that people do not take the time to listen and are dismissive. There's no respect for people with learning disabilities. Residents said that people who do not listen think that they know better than the person with learning disabilities does. 7 people in the meeting said that they were shown respect in the community. The group said they wanted accessible information. They liked easy read and audio. The group voted on which easy read images they prefer. We had time on the agenda for other co-production feedback, but Honey had difficulty joining the meeting, so could not give feedback. Simon Bedell from the East London Foundation Trust could not attend the meeting. Action 2, we will try to have feedback from co-production and the East London Foundation Trust at the next delivery board. Action 3, we need a carers representative for this delivery board. There is a job outline for the carers representative. Commissioners will share it with the carers resident advisory group. Action 4, we need a provider representative from adult and health social care providers. Melissa presented feedback about the Learning Disability and Autism Joint Planning Group. You can see the slides on the website. Some work is being done before a new peer support worker job can be advertised. This will be a job for either someone with a learning disability and/or an autistic person. There have been a few meetings to discuss keeping better information about residents with learning disabilities. The information that you collect can also be called data. Newham Council and Health use disability labels in our computer records. This helps us to look for patterns. For example, we can see how many people with a learning disability use different services and can check if some groups are not using services. Right now, different services use different labels for learning disability. We want health and social care to use the same labels so we can be clear about who is getting support. The Joint Planning Group are looking at linking the Learning Disability Action Plan and the 50 Steps to a Healthier Borough update. 50 Steps to a Healthier Newham is a health and social care plan for Newham. It looks at ways to keep all residents healthy and active. This can include how we can have a healthier life, being part of your community, and feeling good about how your life is going so that you don't need mental health services later in life. The Joint Planning Group has a goal to keep people out of hospital and have better support in Newham. There's a lot of work happening between health and social care to make sure people can avoid hospital admissions for both physical and mental health. Angie, who's the service manager for learning disabilities in Newham Council, said that not everyone is having annual health checks. GPs should offer annual health checks to all their patients over 14 years old who have a learning disability. Angie thinks that many people were also missing out on having a health action plan and a hospital passport. Angie knows about a few people who have been admitted to hospital recently. One person spent a week in accident and emergency department waiting for a mental health bed. We need to talk to health colleagues such as the learning disability nurses in Barts Health and our local hospital about how we can improve the journey for people going into hospital. We need to talk to GPs to make sure that annual health checks are booked in, hospital passports, and health action plans are done. Melissa will feed back to health colleagues at the delivery board. She'll ask for feedback from Trisha Handley about the hospital support, Robin Betts from the Community Learning Disability Health Team about the work that they're doing to support people to have the right health checks, and Gary Wolvett from the Integrated Care Board because they work with GPs. It would be helpful to look at the data and compare the number of health checks that have taken place over the last few years. You said together we did. This is a report to say that what has been done to meet the goals in the Learning Disability Action Plan from 2022 to 2023. Melissa said that a plain English update report was presented to the resident advisory group in the summer. Paper copies were shared at the last resident advisory group in September. The Joint Planning Group were asked to read the full report. They then agreed it was ready to publish. The action plan is currently with Newham's design team. Some of the delivery board members are also working on the actions. Melissa said thank you to everyone who helped write the report. She will share the final version and add it to the Newham website soon. We will also have an easy read version on the website. The resident advisory group minutes will also have an audio version added as well as easy read. Action is for Newham to update their web pages with the You Said Together We Did update report. Action Plan Year 2 Actions. Melissa went through a slide pack with an update. There are many actions we're working on for this year. Please see the slides. Any other business? Safeguarding Awareness Week is next week. Angie sent through the details in the chat. Melissa helped one of the co-chairs register for this after the meeting. Ross from Children and Young People Commissioning said that there was an event yesterday for people who had not replied to oncology screening. Oncology screening is the same as cancer screening. He said that there was information at the event about breast screening, cervical and bowel cancer screening. There was information looking at other aspects such as nutrition and a healthy eating program. Ross was going to share the links with the group and, if needed, to include colleagues from Newham University Hospital, Newham NHC, Newham Healthcare Collaborative, and make some connections. Honey's team is organizing a celebration for International Day for People with Disabilities. The event will be held on Monday, the 4th of December at St. Mark's Community Centre between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. There will be stories and inspirational speakers highlighting the social model of disability. There'll be some entertainment, and the headlining act is Act Up Noon. There's a small grants program for carers as part of the carer strategy. One of the bids was to develop a new peer support group. This will fund peer support for older residents who are caring for people with learning disabilities in the community. The next meeting will be on Friday, the 2nd of February, 2024, from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. This will take place both at Newham Dockside and also on Microsoft Teams. Thank you.